Hi, Coach.
Hello.
We'll get started. Adam Spolin.
Hey, Stephen, was everyone at practice today?
Yes, everyone was at practice.
Did everyone take part?
Everybody took part. John Wall, he did a little bit, but he sat on the side for some of it. It's just maintenance type stuff.
Jonathan Fagan.
Stephen, you've talked a great deal throughout the year about spirit and all the tests to that there have been. After a tough loss last night, uncertainty with the trade deadline, which I guess we've got another 50 minutes of, how would you describe where that mindset is right now?
It's hard to say. I mean, we did a little bit. We got some shots up. We tried to get the spirit up a little bit as far as doing some shooting competitions and stuff, and also working on switching and attacking switching. But I would say there's probably a little bit of, I don't know, not a cloud over the group, but you can tell that there's something in the air for sure.
Mark Berman.
You ready for me?
Yes, go ahead.
I know we've asked you a million questions about Christian Wood a million different ways, but he was just talking about how he almost quit when he got cut from a team in China. He's been 6 teams in 7 years or whatever it is. And here today on trade deadline, he's about as untouchable as it gets. What do you think? What do you think about his journey and how he's persevered? And here he is.
It's amazing. It's one of those stories that there are so many stories that go the other way, about a guy who gets knocked down and kind of just stays down, and you be like, whatever happened to that guy, And to see his perseverance, especially since I was with him early in Charlotte, and the growth that he's had, and he's always kind of had that belief in himself, but to kind of see his ability to kind of fight through the adversity, regardless of what other people thought about him, he still had that belief in himself. And that's a great thing to see and be a part of for me.
Kaylee Griffin.
Hey, Coach. Between the Hornets last night and now Minnesota tomorrow, you're faced 2 teams with 2 candidates for Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. But you have your own impressive rookie that not a lot of people are talking about in Jae'Sean Tate. If you were making a case for why he should be up there in consideration for Rookie of the Year, what would that be?
Yeah, well, he's been as consistent as any rookie, I would assume, this season. I don't really kind of follow like the chatter when it comes to Rookie of the Year stuff, but the thing I do know about Jae'Sean is he's been very consistent for us. He started most of the season, regardless of our whatever else is going on with the group. He's been one of the steady rocks of our foundation, and his ability to not just defend, but defend multiple positions, bring the ball up the floor. Like late game last night, I had him playing the point, play the 4, defend 5s, screen and roll, pick and pop, space to the corner. He'll do a little bit of everything. And he is someone that we truly, truly depend on, and someone who I trust. So in comparison to everybody else, I don't really know, but I just know what he means to us, and he means a lot to us.
Cody Davis.
Hey, Coach. Since you took over this job, there's been a lot of talk surrounding how much the roster has changed. But has that been some type of, I guess, happiness to be a coach who is able to see the growth from guys like Christian Wood, Jae'Sean Tate, and Kevin Porter Jr. in that sense?
Oh, for sure. For sure. You're always looking for positives as the rockiness and the storm around you is brewing. When you're kind of in your bunker and looking for positives and looking for things to grow with and build on, those are three guys who have been really solid. I mean, Christian, obviously, his importance to our team can't be overstated. And like I was just talking about Jae'Sean and his steadiness with the group, and it remains to be seen with Kevin Porter Jr., but what he did in the bubble and then his first few games before he got injured here, we can grow with those guys. Same thing with KJ Martin and his growth, and Sterling Brown and his best season of his career. And, we have a bunch of guys. John Wall's been playing good, and, we have some positive things going on for sure.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, after watching the film today, what went wrong in that third quarter? And will Victor be with you all on this current road trip, or will he still be out for personal reasons?
He was at practice today, so he'll be with us. As far as the third quarter, it was some of their shot making, some of our quick shots that led to their breaks, some of their switching that slowed us down a little bit. But the more I watch it, the more kind of credit I give to the Hornets as far as they really came out and shot the ball well, played with force, played with purpose, and kind of knocked us off our axis a little bit. And it took us a while to get it back. And obviously we didn't get back into the game, but the switching was something that we talked a lot about today.
Jonathan Fagan.
Full disclosure, I'm sort of hoping this answer takes the 45 minutes till the trade deadline's over, so we can then ask you about that. But while I've got you, when teams defend the way they did last night and their zoning and matchup zoning, is there a way that you want to attack that other than hitting more threes that makes them get out of the lane a little more?
Yeah, we just need to make quicker decisions. We're at times defenses like that can slow you down. We do that to teams where we throw a zone at them and it takes them, a few seconds to kind of recalibrate. And they did that to us and slowed us down. So quicker decisions, doing a better job of being intentional about what we're trying to accomplish offensively as far as getting the ball into the paint. And last night they did a very good job of keeping us out of the paint. I think we had maybe 53 possessions where the ball did not touch the paint, and that's not good for any offense, let alone our offense. But they had a game plan of packing the paint, not allowing Christian to catch the ball in the paint, and then flying out to our shooters and basically allowing us to shoot threes. And we shot okay, but definitely not good enough. Sorry, I can't keep the answer going longer.
Oh, we got Ali up next. It's going to go for a long time now.
I see there's a few more hands raised as we go through.
Well, Ali's questions will definitely give you a lot to work with.
Well, there's another one that just got raised. You guys aren't going to do this to me. Three more.
It's a damn good idea by Jonathan, by the way. My hand is raised.
Coach has made the announcement. We'll take three more. I'll take Bonnie.
Hey, Stephen. I think Jonathan hyped me up too much, but just wanted to ask you more about the balance with John and Christian both as the focal points of the offense. How do you strike a balance on keeping them both involved and engaged offensively, since both of them are really good with the ball in their hands?
Yeah, putting them in actions together, making sure that whether it's pick and roll action, whether it's some sort of pin away, so John gives it up, gets it back. Now Christian's back in the action, just doing things like that. And I think we kind of talked about Christian being in the corners and taking advantage of that and making known that the reason he's in the corner is because he's such a threat. But just making sure that there's always some sort of action that ends up in John and Christian in the putting pressure on the defense, and that's the goal. So I don't want either guy standing around too much, because they're the best. They're the two best on our team, three best, including Vic, as far as putting pressure on the defense.
I know you coached KP last year, and you spent time with him with the offense there. Are there things that you can use from that time? But are there people that you can speak with, especially now that you have a talented, versatile big like you've talked about in Christian, to kind of get him more involved offensively?
People.
Well, have you been able to go to people maybe before the season or during the season to be able to get different ideas, or whenever you are working on your offense, are you speaking with different people around the league, or are you noticing things whenever you do film and things like that?
Yeah, I kind of do it on my own. I have my group of people who I kind of lean on when it comes to, like in the NBA, when you're talking to other coaches and you're talking to other people you compete against, most of the things that we talk about aren't related to actual scheme and all that sort of stuff. So the people I lean on for like offensive stuff are my assistant coaches, and I lean on Eddie Jordan, who is a close friend of mine, who is not coaching right now, and Don Nelson. Spoke to him a few days ago. So yeah, there are people who I speak to, but mainly like people in the league, as far as calling them and asking advice, or vice versa. It's mainly either off court stuff or like group dynamic type stuff.
No, thank you.
Yep.
Adam Spolin.
What type of shooting competitions did you guys do?
Drive and kick.
Was there a clear winner on these competitions?
Yeah, one group won and the other group lost. I split the groups up randomly, so it was one side and the other side.
And last question, Mark Berman.
I don't know if this is a fair, it's off topic, if it's a fair question because you're so focused on what you're trying to do, but have you paid any attention to what's going on at the University of Houston and the fact that they are attempting a historic run to get to the Final Four for the first time in 37 years, that kind of thing?
Yes and no. Like, I'm cheering for them like crazy, and I saw that they won, and that's great, and looks like they maybe have a path to do even greater things, and that's just good for the city. And the coaching staff over there obviously does a great job, and they've recruited some kids who can play. So I'm rooting for them. I'm not able to really follow it as closely as I want to, and I'm not very versed on the roster or anything like that. But as the coach of the professional team in Houston, any of the college teams who are doing their thing, I'm proud of them, and I hope that they can go all the way. Why not?
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Yep.